Dear audience and spectators, you are welcome to the channel. Today, we are going to discuss two different rhetoric terms, paradox and oxymoron. And look at the examples before you begin my conversation regarding paradox and oxymoron, and try to find out which of these four are paradoxes and which are oxymora. Let's see. Paradox is a statement, proposition, or situation that seems illogical, absurd, or self contradictory, but which, upon further scrutiny, may be logical or true, or at least contain an element of truth. Paradoxes often express ironies and incongruities, and attempt to reconcile seemingly opposing ideas. Paradoxes express something of the conflicting, often confounding nature of human affairs and even meaning itself. So there are different examples of paradox. If I know one thing, it's that I know nothing. This is the beginning of the end. Deep down, you are really shallow. Nobody goes to that restaurant, it's too crowded. And let's talk about oxymoron. Oxymoron is a phrase which brings together two contradictory terms, a kind of condensed paradox. Paradox may consist of larger sentences but oxymoron consists of only two words, noun and adjective. Oxymoron juxtaposes apparently contradictory expressions for witty or striking effects. It may produce a dramatic effect, but does not make literal sense. For example, wise fool, sad joy, the sound of silence, loving hate, heavy lightness. So many examples. William Shakespeare's tragedy Romeo and Juliet is rich in the use of oxymoron, and Shakespeare has contributed a lot in this rhetoric oxymoron. From the discussion of paradox and oxymoron, you should be clear. And if you are not clear again, let's see the differences between paradox and oxymoron. The difference between oxymoron and paradox is that a paradox is a statement, a series of statements, or a situation, while an oxymoron is simply two contradicting adjacent words such as open secret, walking dead, peaceful war. Paradox is meant to create remarkable thoughts or image out of words, thus to give pleasure to the readers, whereas oxymoron appeals us instantly by provoking our thoughts and thus making us ponder the meaning of opposing ideas. So from these, I think you have got the points regarding paradox and oxymoron. With this discussion, I have come to the end of my today's discussion. We discussed paradox and oxymoron, two literary terms. If you have any queries regarding the presentation, please put in my comment box. And if you think this channel is worth watching, worth following, please don't forget to subscribe our channel. Thank you very much for being with us.